back up there. We're gonna be all right, boys. We're gonna get a lot hotter if we wanted to. That's a spot too. As good as it gets right there. That's a leggum largemouth. That's right. That's amazing to know that you can catch white, hybrids, spotted bass, largemouth bass. And if you think for 1 minute that a Sammy 65 don't have good hooks on it, look how good this one right here is hooked, man. He's a pretty little fish. What's happened is it's really a little late for them to be schooling, but they turn the water back off. It's just a very gradual flow.
You know, when I'm fishing current, rivers, streams, whatever it is, where the water's moving pretty fast, you don't need a real elaborate rod selection. The ones I use most commonly is a 6'6" topwater rod made by American Rodsmith. It's got a real soft tip. It enables me to throw light baits, work them real nice on top, and control the bait. And if you hook big fish, you got a nice soft tip it helps you land them with. Throw them on a 6-3-to-1 reel. You want to be able to get the bait in and out. Sometimes you may make a long cast. You actually may miss your target. This enables you to reel it in real fast, recover from your mistake, and throw it again. That's why I throw all my topwater baits on high-speed reels, especially when the fish are breaking on top. The other rod I like to throw, and this is more of what I really enjoy doing, is a spinning rod. I still throw a 6'6" in length, but I'm throwing 6 to 8 pound test line. These real small baits. Sometimes it's hard to throw them accurate if the fish are chasing around on the surface. You really want to try to be as accurate as you can. This enables you a little more distance, because sometimes it seems it never fails. They're always just a little bit out of range, or a little to your left or a little to your right. I can reach down, pick this rod up, make a long, hard whipping cast over there to them, land right on the fish, and sometimes you're going to see that's the key to catching them or not, is being persistent, throwing right on the target. So spinning rod, light line, 6'6" in length, small reels, man, it makes a lot of fun. It makes for some great fishing.
Little bitty bass right there. I can see him hitting it out there. God, that's a good one. I got him. Pretty good spot. I mean, I was actually watching. Good God. Man, when you're fishing light line, you just cannot be too careful. Now, I like to reel with the drag adjustment on the front. You can see me kind of fingering it out right there. If I see the fish is large, I'll actually loosen up on my drag a little bit right on the front. Just ease him around. He ain't as big as I think, but that's only like 8 pound test. And he is hooked in a bad place. That's what makes you nervous right there. You hear him that size hitting behind you. You gotta get the hook out just as easy as you can. I want you to look at that size fish. That is a beautiful bass. Look at the size bait there. This is actually the baby B-freeze. Look how small that is. Man, they're just smoking it. Just remember, when you're fishing light line, you can catch some huge fish on light line. Even when they're schooling, you see them hitting on top. Take your spinning reel. Don't be afraid to try it. You know, go to 6 or 8 pound test, fish little small baits. Just remember, you got your drag adjustment. If you hook a big one, you realize it's a large fish, just back off on your drag a little bit. Let him take a little line. Hey, that adds a lot more fun to it. I mean, a lot more fun. And you're probably going to see you're going to catch a lot more fish when they get on top like this and they're feeding on small bait. Let's try it again. I got that. That's the whole deal, man. You fishing schooling fish and you get out here, it's a puzzle. It's just simply a puzzle. You got to get out every day. You know, you pull up in an area, they don't bite good. You throw a few big baits in there and just start downsizing. The whole key when you come into them is realizing that they're a puzzle, and that you as an angler can understand them by picking them apart. Simply starting with, you know, a couple of topwater baits, working down. If you see the bait is real small, scale down to that. Keep tying baits on till you get down to that size. Once you figure the puzzle out, it's easy and it's fun. It's just up to you as an angler to go through it. So that's kind of what we're doing here. And it seems like if we were up here to catch all these white bass and stripes, we could catch as many as we want simply by throwing a Sammy 65. We're in a current situation. It's awesome fishing. It's a lot of fun. Now we're going to try to do something a little different, see if we can catch some big spotted bass.
Well, it's obvious. Gerald shares a passion for topwater fishing, no matter what the species. And sometimes that's good, just to let your hair down and go out and just fish for whatever's biting. It's a lot of fun, even in the dog days of summer like we were faced with here. Stay tuned next week for another episode of Classic Patterns.